My name is Jessica and I'm with Student Activities and Organizations, and this is a quick tutorial on how to process or submit a data or direct student email request. We refer to those as a DSE, and basically what this is an email or a mailing that would go to a specific population on campus to inform them about an event that your organization is hosting. So I'll go ahead and get started. As far as you would start from the homepage of BoilerLink, and you're just going to scroll down to the campus links section, and it is titled Data or Direct Student Email Request. And then you will click New Submission. And a couple things about the DSE is it has to be submitted within 7 business days of the date that you want the email to go out or the date that you want to receive mailing labels. So there are 2 options here. The first option is you can request mailing labels be sent to your organization. And these mailing labels would be for example, if you want mailing labels for every first semester student with a major in mechanical engineering, and your intent is to target that group to inform them of an event that your organization is hosting. So, but you wanted to mail those to their home address. So you would submit this request. The registrar's office would then generate those mailing labels and send them to you, with the understanding that this is information that shouldn't be shared with others and shouldn't be used for any other purposes than this particular instance. So that we would request the mailing address then be deleted or destroyed within 7 business days of utilizing those mailing labels. The second option is you can request for an email to be sent to that same targeted group. So you would submit that the same way, 7 business days in advance. And you would just be very specific in the description of your target audience. So, and the other thing I want to point out is, and it says this in the introduction, it gives you all of this information. But one thing I do want to point out is we cannot approve a DSE request to advertise a call out. So that's pretty important. Now, what we can do instead is if you wanted to invite students to attend a meeting or event, you can do that in lieu of a call out. So, and then we allow this once each semester. So each organization is allowed to do this targeted communication once a semester. However, with the spring 2021 semester, we have decided to allow 2 submissions. That information is not going to be updated on the form. It will still say 1, but we will be tracking that and allow 2 submissions this semester. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started as far as what the form looks like. You will first fill in the checkbox that states you understand the policy. And then you will determine if this is a request for an email to be sent or if you want mailing labels. In this example, I'm going to use an email be sent. Here you will put your organization name and then the requesting officer's name. And I'm just going to use Martia King. She's our director, and I'm going to use her as our example. Okay, so this is important to know. As an organization, please be sure you have discussed this means of communication with your advisor. The email is going to come from your advisor, and any replies that would come would reply back to your advisor's email. So it's important that your advisor is familiar with the mailing you're doing and agrees to this request. So then you're going to pick your date. It needs to be at least 7 business days. In this case, I'm going to put January 28th. And then here you can indicate if you want it sent on that exact date, or if it's ready earlier, or if the registrar can send it once it's ready. In this instance, I'm going to put that I want it to be sent on this exact date. Here in the description, you are going to put who your targeted audience is. So I'm going to say in this example that our target audience is first semester freshmen living in residence halls. And then you will put the subject line. And for this example, I'm going to use the Be Involved Fair. And here's where you're going to put the text of your message. If you have indicated that this is going to be a data request where you are receiving mailing labels, this is where you would put the text of what your postcard or your letter is going to say. And then there are times that the registrar's office might request to actually see the letter or receive that as a Word document from you. Okay, so I am just going to put the text of this as to attend the Be Involved Fair to learn of ways to get involved with student organizations on campus. And that's it. And then I'm just going to hit next. You have the option to upload a file if you would like. And I'm just going to hit next. And I have no other changes that I need to make, so I'm just going to hit submit. And that's it. And then once you have submitted that, the Student Activities Office will receive that submission and will review it. If we have any questions, we will make comments within that submission. And otherwise, if we have no questions, we would just go ahead and approve it, which then puts it in a queue to the registrar's office. The registrar's office accumulates the data for either the mailing addresses or the email addresses, and then they will send that on from their office. So that's it. That's a direct student email. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to call our office and we'd be happy to help. Thank you.